Okay. Hi, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for an itchy arm. It's also time for the weekly track Roundup. Yay! Yes, my thoughts, my opinions on a bunch of songs that have dropped over the past week or so. Whether I loved them, hated them, or felt somewhere in between, I'm talking about them here. They're all linked down below, so you can check them out for yourself. And that's what we're going to do. All right, that's what we're going to do. Okay, here also linked down below is our Turntable Lab affiliate link. If you want to buy some vinyl, turntable stuff, weed, kickback from it, that would be great. That would be amazing if you're in the market for that sort of thing. Also, our Patreon page, awesome extra bonus monthly content, access to our Discord community as well. Join up, check it out. Thank you. You're the best. And the worst tracks of the week, we have a couple. We have a few. They are as follows, starting off with Bam! Yes, St. Vincent has done a cover of Funkytown for the Minions soundtrack. And yeah, I don't care for it. I don't like it. I mean, it's still funny that it's on the Minions soundtrack, and I mean, you know, given the context and everything, you don't get the sense that St. Vincent is taking the cover too seriously or anything like that, but the groove's a little off, and the vocoder vocals, I think, are a bit too heavy-handed. It's a little obnoxious to listen to, though I will assume that it's probably going to sound kooky and killer and whatever context they use in the Minions movie. Rise of Gru. Rise of Gru. All right, we have a new one from Muse, The Will of the People, which just sounds like a really cringy political version of Marilyn Manson's The Beautiful People. The will of the people, the will of the people. Yeah, this was a headache. This was offensive, honestly, to listen to. I'm done with this. And I didn't even start, really. All right, and we also have a new one from Eden, where the beat is half-baked, the vocal performance is rough as hell. It kind of sounds like a dollar store Joji. I don't get it. I'm not into it. Let's move on. All right, tracks that I was not crazy about this week, but I thought that you might like them more than me. Let's point them out. They are this new one from Denzel Curry, Walkin remix with Key Glock. I mean, Walkin's a great song. I just don't really feel like Key Glock's guest verse brings all that much to it, honestly. Not a super fire feature, though, interesting these guys crossed over. Interesting they crossed over. We also have this new one from Viagra Boys, the first teaser to this new full-length LP that's on the way that I'm not super crazy about. Punk Rock Loser is the title of the track. And, the pacing's okay, and the lyrics I don't think are their best, but, I suppose it is something. It's grimy. It's rough around the edges in the way that you typically like a Viagra Boys song to be, but I feel like it's kind of lacking that oomph or something, even if it's trying to be a very average and I guess, a little under-delivered on purpose. We also have this new one from Sata Baby and Snoop Dogg, Two Freaks. It's a bit of a bop. I mean, not too deep or anything like that, but certainly a fun one to listen to at a party or something like that. Put it on the aux when everyone's having a good time. I'm sure it'll do something. All right, we also have this new one from Polo G over here, Distraction. It's fine. I think it's one of the better produced beats that Polo has written in a bit, but I just kind of feel like he keeps writing the same song over and over, and over and over and over and over and over. He's really got to switch it up at this point. While I get that nobody's kind of riding these guitar and piano beats in the way that he is, and kind of hitting us with this, mixture of kind of a melodic rap flow, and doing it, quite as well as he is in this particular vein. That's true. He's kind of in the front of this specific vibe and lane. I still think he could be due for some versatility, but I guess that's just me. And we have a new one of Montreal over here, which does have some intensely colorful and psychedelic qualities to it that are kind of interesting, I suppose. But then again, there are elements of Kevin Barnes vocals and kind of the really bright rushes of synthesizers that make me feel like I'm listening to an AV Tear song, and it's not exactly a great AV Tear song, I guess I'll say, but kind of seems like a interesting change of pace. All right, we have a new one from Merlyn Wood, Green Light. I think this song was missing a little something to kind of give it that extra push, but in a way, I do like how Merlyn is sounding better, just in terms of like being alone on a track, sounding more comfortable alone on a track. I think those, gang, not the gang, but, those huge, expressive, very exuberant choruses hit hard like an old school crunk track, which I think is really cool. Kind of seems like Merlyn is slowly coming into his own on, the solo tip. So, let's keep listening and we'll hear where he goes with it. All right, we have a new one from Maggie Rogers over here, which wasn't too bad. The title of this one is Want Want. And, kind of sounds like a rough rockin' version of like what the Haim sisters have been doing lately. I mean, I'm not blown away by it, but it is got more of a pulse and more, I think, at stake than the way more low-key material that we were hearing off of Maggie's last full-length LP. So, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. We have a new one from Logic over here. Bleed It is the title, and Logic just kind of does a Beastie Boys song here without doing a Beastie Boys song, if you know what I'm saying. He just pretty much emulates the Beastie Boys on this one, and from the flow to the lyrics to the beat to even the Beastie Boys sample in the song as well. I mean, it's okay. He nailed the vibe. Is it a song that I love on its own merits as opposed to, just like kind of what it's copying? Not really, but he nailed the vibe. We have a new one over here from the Mountain Goats, Bleed Out, new record on the way. And this one, Training Montage, sounds like what the title implies it sounds like. It's a kind of a rockin', tense track with some very dramatic lyrics from John, of course. One of my favorite Mountain Goat songs, not necessarily, but it's got some bite to it. Certainly more bite than the last record, in my opinion. All right, and we have a new one from Panic at the Disco, Viva Las Vengeance. Yeah, I think it's a little catchy, shockingly. Like, are the vocals a little too over the top and a little theater kid? And is this chord progression done to death? A little bit, but I still thought it was a fun tune. Still thought it was kind of a fun tune. Viva Las Vengeance. We also have this new one from Chatpile over here. Sort of like a left field alternative, little kind of sludgy metal project that I believe I really messed with a couple of their EPs that they released a while back. This is the first taste that we've had of the band's upcoming album, Slaughterhouse. I thought the track was a little long-winded on the instrumental side, could have used a little variation across the length of the song, but the vocals are absolutely insane. The heaviness is great as well. The rawness is great. So yeah, check the track out. Check out this band, especially those earlier EPs if you haven't heard them. They're quite good. And let's move on to the best tracks of the week. We just have a couple of those. They are this new one from the Yeah Yeah Yeahs with Perfume Genius in the mix. It's a very slow burning track, but it has some really amazing, luscious, blissful, almost kind of shoegazy highs. Mike Hadrius's bits of vocal input here and there I think are pretty cool. And overall I think it's a neat little track. Interesting to hear the Yeah Yeah Yeahs drop one of their better singles in quite a while, and looking forward to seeing how this kind of pans out into a new record. We also have this new one from SEBii over here, which is a bit of a banger. Q3 is the title of it. And some very funny lyrics on this one, fun instrumental. SEBii's very high-pitched and expressive flow is on the track as well. It's just kind of a fun, catchy, weird, tongue-in-cheek bop, and that's kind of what SEBii tends to do best. And finally, we have this new one from CupcakKe over here, H2Ho. It's got a groove and dance beat, some of the most insane lyrics she's ever dropped, and that's kind of every CupcakKe song ever, and not in a bad way. If you listen to this one, look out for the Disney Channel line. That one is hilarious. And, you know, from what I understand, Cupcake also has a brand new album on the way as well. So that's worth looking forward to. And yeah, I think that's it. That's what I wanted to tell you guys about Weekly Track Roundup. You're the best. Over here next to my head is another video you can check out. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Anthony Fantano, Tracks Forever.